So everyone is talking about what they're going to do with all this extra time that they have on their hands. No time commuting, no time going to bars, going out. We all have an extra few hours to learn some skills. I, for one, am learning the mandolin, Russian, film noir lighting, mastering the art of breathing. So I'm sure a few other people at Goat are learning some skills in their free time. I wonder.
I used to love painting when I was at secondary school, and I've recently just started learning how to paint eyes again.
So I haven't played on a PlayStation since I was like 11, 12 years old, and they were the times of SingStar and Guitar Hero. But recently, because of the lockdown, I've started playing on my boyfriend's PlayStation and have discovered that I am actually sick at Rocket League. So I might just make my own Twitch account, stream it, become a Twitch influencer.
This is what I painted last week. Had a lot of fun painting it.
I think I would be amiss not to talk about all of the Warhammer I had a chance to catch up with over this quarantine period. I've actually been doing this for about 18 months now. I started it as a really nice mental health release, an opportunity to get away from the screen.
I myself have been filling in this adult colouring book.
Similar to Shakira, been doing some nice colouring.
I don't really know what the difference between an adult colouring book is and a normal colouring book, but either way it's therapeutic.
But now I'm just going to do some yoga. I think it's a good way to wind down and kind of move into the evening feeling a bit calmer.
I'm not even going to lie and sit here and say that I plan on learning an instrument. Or learn a new language.
Ciao LinkedIn, spero tu stia bene. Sto imparando l'italiano sul Duolingo.
There's only one thing that I genuinely want to try and achieve, and that is learn a TikTok dance.
I've become absolutely obsessed with making TikToks. I feel so ashamed to say it.
There's one particular TikTok dance that I've seen on social. I just want to learn it, and that is going to be the only thing I test myself on. So I'm currently in Changi Airport in Singapore, and it is very, very empty. About to board my flight to go back to the UK. We've decided to cut my trip a bit short and get back to the UK before they close any airports or ground any more airlines, to be on the safe side, to make sure that I don't get stuck out here. But as you can see, there is hardly anybody traveling. Quite eerie to be here, but quite glad to be getting back to the UK. Still going to be working with the Singapore team a lot, so going to be working some weird hours when I get back to the UK. Time to head home. I'm in my seat, about to head back to the UK, and great news is I've got 2 seats next to me, but even more news is that there's only 9 people on this entire flight, or a flight to go all the way to London. We're just speaking to some of the staff, and they've said that they've never seen this in their entire time of working, but at least going to have some space to sprawl out and hopefully get some sleep. Right, see you on the other side.
So it's the 1st of April, nearly 11 o'clock, and we've just got a message on the vlog group to say that Harry and Aaron can't make today's LinkedIn Live, but they've actually passed it on to us now because they don't want to stop doing it. They've given us very, very, very short notice that myself, Thomas and Craig are going to be doing that LinkedIn Live now. We're not very prepared because we didn't know this was going to happen. We're faced with a dilemma now. We take our responsibility to get this content out very, very seriously. So that is what we will be doing. We can finally put this suit to good use.
Since we're talking video today, I thought it might be interesting to bring in someone that has a little bit of insight for us about what it's like to be a creative out there during this weird time. So yeah, his name is Oliver Cooper. I'll bring him in now. Hello, mate.
Hello. The short of it is that basically 100% of work dried up. So what I had planned in the next 2 months kind of fell through or was put on hold. The people who I work with, which are agencies and production companies, their initial kind of reaction was to put everything on hold. This first initial panic has, gone, and people realize that they still need to go on. Businesses, especially in branded content, need to put out content, need to speak to their audiences. It's thinking, how do we turn this big shoot that was meant to happen in various locations, how can we still make that happen, but in a different way? And I feel that's where, we need to kind of think more creatively about how do we still achieve that.
This is what I painted last week.